Hi, welcome to today's basic flow. I am theming this today, better together. So, like cookies and milk, peanut butter and jelly, Laverne and Shirley. My daughter was helping me. She was making me laugh. Oh, and Bill and Ted. She said Bill and Ted. Bill and Ted are good. They are a good pairing. There are things that are just better when they're together. In particular, this and this, the body. Most of us consider that the body is simply a vehicle to carry around the mind. But when we can drop the busyness of the mind into the realness of the body, there's a magic that happens, and that's really what we practice in yoga. Yoga itself, the word means to yoke, to bring together. So for today's class, we are simply going to practice some breath and movement exercises. So you can start sitting on your mat. If you don't have a mat, a comfortable surface is fine. If sitting feels like a challenge, you can also come to your knees. That's fine too. Come to a comfortable seat where you can feel your spine tall and not rigid. As a matter of fact, if you prefer to not even be sitting or kneeling, you can lay down in constructive rest. But come to a place where you can feel the length of your spine, and then gently draw your palms to your rib cage. If it's easy to close the eyes, close the eyes. If that feels like a challenge, then don't. I'll walk you through it either way. Simply, mindfully, draw in a breath that allows the palms to expand. So on an inhale, feel that expansion. And exhale, a contraction. Again, inhale through the nose or the mouth. And exhale. Again, deep breath in. Exhale out. Right. Pause a moment and just notice how you feel, even after just 3 deep breaths. See, most of us generally are shallow breathers, especially in our culture. Right, so slowing down allows us the chance to really pull the breath below the collarbones, right, to the bottom of the lungs. And that's actually a great clearinghouse, right? You can breathe the full distance from top to bottom of the lungs, and then as you exhale, all of that rubbish that collects just falls away out of the body, right? So again, 3 deep breaths together, palms to your rib cage. On an inhale, fill the lungs. And exhale completely. Again, inhale. And exhale. And a third time, inhale. Exhale. Beautiful. So this is yoga, breathing and adding a little movement, joining the two together. That's yoga. It doesn't need to be a fun, fancy pose, right? It simply needs to be drawing your awareness to your breath and feeling the natural response of the body, right? But we can add movement, and that helps, again, drop the mind into what's happening, into real life. Right, so let's just practice breathing and moving. On the inhale, we're going to lift the arms up. Inhale, lift the arms above the head. Exhale, press them down. Again, inhale, lift up. Exhale, press down. Inhale, lift up. Exhale, press down. Adding on, we're going to build a twist in with the exhale. Inhale, lift the arms above the head. As you exhale, turn to the right, left hand to right knee, the right hand draws back. Take another breath in here, feel the spine get a little longer, and then exhale, feel that rinse of the back. And then inhale, lift the arms above the head, and exhale, twist. Right hand, left leg, left hand back. Inhale, lengthen. Exhale, rinse. Inhale through the center. Palms to heart center. And again, take a moment, pause. How do you feel? Maybe you're not quite sure, but you're learning. You're learning how to feel. And there's not a right and there's not a wrong. There's just a practice. Right, come to hands and knees. If you have been sitting on your feet, feel free to tap them out. In tabletop pose, you want to make sure that your wrists are under your shoulders and that your hips are over your knees. You can always use a beach towel or a yoga blanket underneath the knees if you need a little cushion. Right, keep the chest broad between the arms. We're going to move through a series of poses we call cat-cow. Again, just building a little more mobility to the spine. On the inhale, drop the belly and lift the chest. Sense that expansion. And exhale, round the back and tuck the chin. Contraction. So again, we're filling the lungs as we drop the belly down and lift the head. And we're emptying the lungs as we round the back. Again, inhale, drop the belly, lift the chest. Exhale, round and tuck. Inhale, lower. Exhale, round. Right, do this a few times on your own. Right, moving with the breath and really exploring the spaciousness, not just between your ribs, but between even the vertebra of the spine. Just noticing your ability to move with your breath. Again, option to close your eyes here, allowing the movements to almost be meditative. The more you practice, regardless of the teacher you work with, you'll probably come across cat-cow a lot on your mat. It's just a beautiful way to harness the breath and the movement. It also feels pretty good. Neutral spine. Again, see that your fingers are spread wide like jazz hands. Right, on an inhale, take the right leg back, just flexing that right foot. Keep the ball joint of the foot on the mat. On an inhale, lower or lift that right leg. And then exhale, draw the knee to the nose. Inhale, take the leg back. Exhale, knee to nose. Inhale, extend. Exhale, knee to nose. Set the right knee down. Maybe again, tap out the toes. We're gonna switch sides. Extend the left leg back, right? So what we do in yoga as well is we mirror what we do on one side to the other. Again, pulling both sides of the body towards one end, right? One yoga practice, one body. Right, inhale, lift that left leg. Exhale, draw the knee to the nose. Inhale, extend. Exhale, knee to nose. Inhale, extend. Exhale, tuck. Inhale, extend. Exhale, tuck. Stay here, round your back. Drop the left knee down. Draw your toes together and take the knees wide and drop your chest towards the mat. The head can rest on the mat. Maybe your stacked forearms. Maybe your stacked fists. Whatever feels the most comfortable to you. Child's pose is a pose you can come back to at any point. Right? We like to say you can come to child's pose any point in your practice, any time of your day, whether you're on your mat or in your kitchen. Right? For some of us, it's maybe trying to go to the grocery store, right? We just want to drop into child's pose. Roll your head a little left and right, whatever it's resting on. Again, notice the breath filling the lungs. Notice how in this inversion, notice how you feel the back body lift. All right. Noticing the palms, again, spreading the fingers wide. Begin to lift back up to a tabletop pose. Curl your toes under. Begin to drop the weight of the hips towards the heels, and then pressing through the mat, begin to lift your hips up behind you, downward facing dog. Right, down dog is a challenge, especially as you are beginning the practice, but at some point it will begin to feel like coming home. But your first few down dogs, know that your knees can be bent and your feet can be wide. Right, just that adds a little forgiveness for the hamstrings, the low back. Right, feel the shoulders drop towards the hip bones and draw the navel towards the heart. Take a breath in and a breath out. Again, just adding a little movement. Inhale, lift your heels. Exhale, drop the right heel to the ground. And then inhale, lift both heels. Exhale, lower the left. Inhale, lift. Exhale, lower right. Inhale, lift, and lower left. Nice. Inhale, lift both heels. As you exhale this time, step both feet to the top of the mat. Bring feet to hands. And then draw your hands to your shins, something they can connect to. And then inhale, lift halfway. Exhale and fold. Again, inhale, expansion. Exhale, contraction. Third time, inhale, lift halfway. Exhale and fold. Nice. Inhale, rise all the way to stand. Reach your arms above the head. As you exhale, draw the palms to heart center. Right, standing at the top of the mat. You're in Tadasana, mountain pose. And again, like we did when we were seated, just some simple movements, adding the breath and the body together. Palms long at your sides. Feel the chest lift and the tailbone drop. Right. Feel your feet on the ground and maybe even check and see that the toes are not gripping. Right. Lower the toes. On an inhale, lift the arms above the head. And exhale, press them down. Inhale, lift up. Exhale, down. Inhale, lift up. Exhale, lower. Nice. Now adding a little more movement and a little balance. So feel the core engage. Our core, so important to our ability to balance, right? So feeling your center draw in, feel the right foot root down. Palms can be long, they can be at the heart, wherever you feel most balanced. Rooted through the right foot. On an inhale, lift the left leg. Exhale, lower. Inhale, lower. Inhale, left, lower. Inhale, right, lower, right? Just moving with the breath, side to side. Right, just exploring your capacity to pull the fullest inhale and release the best exhale. 2 more times each side. 1 more time. Inhale the right. Exhale, lower. Inhale, both arms up. This time, exhale, fold forward all the way down. Inhale, lift halfway. This time, lunge the left leg to the back of the mat. That right foot stays between the hands. And again, just practicing breath and movement. On an inhale, lengthen the front leg. Exhale, come back to low lunge. Inhale, lengthen. Exhale, bend. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale, lengthen, stay here. Drop to the middle of the mat, taking your feet, turning them towards the long side. Again, inhale, lift halfway. Exhale and fold. Pause a moment here and just hang upside down. Inversions are very calming to your nervous system, right? The same way that keeping a nice steady rhythm of breath is, right? So right here, just allow whatever weight might be carried on the shoulders, the top of the mind, just let it fall here, right? Just practicing that sense of release. Nice. And then on an inhale, lift halfway. We're going to take a low lunge to the back of the mat. So now the left foot is forward. And again, inhale, lengthen. Exhale, fold. Inhale, lengthen. And bend. Lift. Bend. Lift. Bend. Lengthen. Bend. And again, lengthen. Stay here. Breathe here. Walk the hands to the long edge of the mat. Take a breath in. Exhale, fold. Again, just reset. Inhale, lift halfway. And then you're going to turn the heels out, walk the feet in a little bit, and come all the way down to your sits bones. So you're facing the long edge of your mat. Bring your feet together and allow your knees to fall open. Cobbler's pose. So the heels can be pretty far from the body. That's a little more forgiving on the hips. Or they can be pretty close, whatever feels good. Right, it might feel uncomfortable, but you shouldn't be sensing any sharp shooting pain. All right, take a moment and remove the fleshy part away from the seat, and the hands can rest on the feet, on the floor, wherever feels the most easeful for you. All right, on an inhale, feel the chest lift up, and then as you exhale, drop forward. And then again, notice, even though the body is still, right? Notice that steady ebb and flow of a full breath, right? That inhale and the exhale. Right, remain curious, right? How deeply can you pull that breath in? How completely can you release it? Nice. Inhale, walk your hands back. And take another little twist. Again, feel the length to the spine. Bring the right hand outside the right thigh and the left hand in front of the leg. Breathe in and gently drop over that right knee. Feel a nice release in that lower left quadrant of the spine. Again, just allowing that sense of surrender. Right, not forcing a fold, but just letting the body drop into it. Right, keeping the breath fluid and moving. Nice. And then inhale, walk your hands through the center. And then take them to the opposite side. The left hand behind the left thigh bone, right arm in front. Relax the jaw, the eyes. Nice steady breath in and complete breath out. Nice. On an inhale, come back through the center. Shake out the legs. Beautiful. Bring your spine to the ground and draw your knees toward your chest. Rock a little from side to side. And then hang on to the right leg, stretch the left. Breathe in. Breathe out. Really hug that knee in on the exhale. And then inhale, release. And then exhale the left knee towards the chest. Inhale. Exhale, right knee in. Inhale, lengthen. Left knee in. Inhale, lengthen. Right knee in. Stay here. Anchor the left hip. Gently open the right. Right, this should feel good if you've been sitting a lot today. Draw the right knee towards center and let's take a twist as you exhale across the body. The eyes can look over the right shoulder. The eyes can stay straight ahead. Breathe in. Breathe out. Inhale through the middle. Draw that right knee up. Right foot meets the left. Breathe in. Breathe out. Inhale that left knee. Exhale, squeeze. Right palm anchors the right hip. Drop that left hip open. Inhale, draw the left knee toward the chest. And then gently take that knee across the body. Eyes over the left shoulder. Deep breath in. Complete breath out. Inhale, come back through the center. Give that knee one more squeeze. And then come into your final rest, Shavasana. Stay in Shavasana as long as you choose, as long as you have the time and the willingness to just be. Now is the time when you can let go of any conscious breath effort, right? Letting the work of the breath come back into that knowledgeable body. If that's all you have time for, though, then gently rest on one side. And then press yourself up to an easy seat, or again, if that feels like a lot, you can come to your knees. As always, thank you so much for choosing to tune in to practice a little bit of yoga.